The Re-Up. On an OpenView HD TARadio.mobi on your mobile phone. Welcome to it. This right here is The Re-Up with Ntokozo, Botjie, as well as Shayla Ndikumana. And right now, though, we are blessed by her presence. Hazel Mak is in the studio, all the way from the UK/Malawi. Now you are here with us.
Right?
Yeah, we're blessed.
So what you doing here?
Yeah.
Globe trotting.
Oh, okay.
I like to travel.
Okay.
And yeah, I was also meant to come here to shoot a video. And I'm just super excited to do this. This is my first South African interview.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so making a little bit of Malawian history there.
Yes. Okay, awesome stuff. Tell us about juggling life between like two countries, right? The UK and Malawi, and still representing Malawi hardcore. As much as we've seen a lot of artists that are based abroad who are actually from the likes of West Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, that sort of kind of forgets. And I'm going to put it out there. She's a legend. Actually, no.
There was a war.
But we know,
let's
sweet
answer
as
the
taboo,
question.
you know. Anyway, you know, she went missing for a moment. So tell us about that. And yeah.
I think as an artist, for people to truly love you, I think knowing your roots and sharing your roots is so important. And like my dad was a diplomat, so I'm so used to like traveling all over the place, relocating. So I guess I can't get that out of me, but I wanted to also like have that in my music. So everywhere I go, I try to make music with the locals from there, and I also try and share a little bit of being my Malawian roots. Like even yesterday we were at the studio and I was recording with my fiance Nathan Tunes and another artist called JAIVA, and Nathan was like, jump on that song and add some nyongoments. So these guys were like, what's nyongoments? And nyongoments is like adding some sweet ad-libs over the top. So they learned something, and then it was like a cultural exchange. So yeah.
All right, we just learned something now.
Nyongoments.
Yeah. You know, I'm out here going to be talking to people that know nothing. I'm like, hey, some Nyongoments here, there. You know, do the right thing.
Do the thing.
You know. Anyway, thank you very much for letting us, chop it up with you. It's been an internet relationship, if I can call it that, with you and the station. We've been loving the music and all of that. I want to go back in time, because you say your father's a diplomat and all of that. So where does the music come into all this? Because if your dad's a diplomat, I assume there's a whole lot of books in the house, Yeah, so how did that work out?
Well, luckily my father was always the type that constantly reminded my mum that not every child's academic. So it's so important to nurture a child's talent. And I remember, like, as a kid, I had this favorite, like, black skirt that had a red bow on the back. Maybe I should get that made again. Yeah. But anyway, I used to jump on the coffee table because we used to have like family entertainment nights every Friday. So I jump on the table and pretend I was Whitney Houston. So I was always like I want to be a superstar type of kid. So my dad nurtured that. I was sent to dance school. I had piano lessons. So every day after school, my dad was like, she needs to do this, she needs to do that, she needs to do. So yeah, it really comes from my dad.
Alrighty. So I know that you're a founder of a foundation that nurtures local voices, kids' voices in Malawi.
Yes.
How open are the homes to that idea? Because I come from Burundi and I know my mom is just like, this radio thing. Like, stop doing that hobby, like stop playing around, go and study something real. How open is the Malawian environment to such things,
I think it's growing slowly. I mean, with an artist like, for instance, Tagrin, that's doing so well internationally.
Yeah.
It's completely changing the stereotypes. And even for me as a female, it's changing stereotypes as well, because usually people just assume, in Malawi, if you're a female musician, you must be a prostitute or whatever. Like, there are crazy stereotypes out there. So, like, doing this project has helped parents understand that, not every child is academic. Not saying they shouldn't go to school.
Yeah.
We are still pushing the same ethic of like going to school and being hardworking, and also noticing that your child has a talent and helping them nurture it, because some people are not academic. Some people are better doing creative work.
Yeah.
So, and it's great for parents to understand that, and that's what the message of amplified children's voices is. So we were using our creative abilities to go into villages and speak to parents and speak to village elders, like to encourage girls to go to school, encourage men to encourage their wives, that sort of thing. So having a voice is so important because people need to hear the truth about the world, and also empowering people, not just empowering girls but empowering boys as well.
All right, so awesome stuff. You speak about this patriarchal society that we all raised in, essentially, right? And I want to find out in the household, because as much as everyone leaves the house and they act like I'm the man, all these husbands and these boyfriends, but we know, that in the house, was it balanced? What was it like growing up with both parents? Did they balance it out as far as Hazel could see? Because, sometimes parents do hide things out from us and we don't see everything. But what was it like? Was it a balanced relationship between both of them, and especially when it comes to raising you?
Well, I do think that it was balanced out because my mom was always very outspoken, and so was my dad. And my dad encouraged her to be like that. I remember when they used to go to African Development Bank balls and stuff like that, and my mom would be wearing something very conservative, and my dad would be like, "Do you remember that dress, that mini dress I bought for you? You should wear that. I think you look beautiful in that." So he was encouraging in that way, where for me, if what I seek in a partner is that same type of connection where I should be free. In fact, he should be encouraging me. I want you to do this. You should do that, so that it makes me feel good. He's happy. Everybody's happy.
Wow.
Awesome stuff. Hazel Mak is in the studio. Thank you very much for doing the right thing and tuning in. In case you want to send us questions or comments, suggestions, the whole shebang, find us on Twitter at TransAfrica872, on Facebook, transafricaradio.net. Not forgetting, you can also find us via that WhatsApp line. That is +27 7925 44329.
Do best. Hashtag the re-up across all social media platforms. Do not forget that you can call in as well. +27 1144 77176.
So when did you decide that you want to do this thing professionally, and you want to, as much as you've gone to school and all of these things have happened, you're like, you know what, I'm going to make some money off of this thing. This is going to be my daily bread.
Well, I dropped out of a course that I was doing at Keele University. I was doing American Studies and Linguistics. It's this is not what I want to do. So I dropped out my second year and decided to go and do a degree in marketing, music and media management. So initially I just wanted to do PR and work in the background. Then I met so many people and I was writing music, and it just turned into a career. And I've always wanted to make an impact for Malawi, because it's such a small country, and not a lot of women are represented from Malawi. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to be an inspiration to someone. So that's where it came from.
All right, so you speak of not a lot of women, right, Cheche?
Yeah.
I want to find out, because you work with J-Rocks, you work with Roberto, Tegrin, the list is endless as far as the gents is concerned. Who are you looking forward to working with as far as female artists in Malawi or Africa as a whole?
I definitely want to work with my sister, my girl, Zani Chalet.
All right.
I really want to do something with her.
I was hoping.
I'd love to be in the studio with Angelique Kidjo. That would be awesome. There's a long list.
And have you started thinking up of what you would collaborate with them on? Or is this just sort of like a thought, okay, cool, I want to work with them that far into the future? Is it like a now thing, or are you working on it?
I believe that the universe has its different ways. It's got its own rules.
Yeah.
So I'm just, if the opportunity presents itself, I'm literally going to pounce on it. Right now, the opportunity to record with Zani is there. So before I go to Malawi, we're going to work on something. And she's also coming to Malawi in December. We're having a show.
Hold up. Where is Zani?
That's what I'm thinking.
She's here at the moment.
That's
she's
not
in the
fair.
country at the moment.
How do we not know about this? We've been punting on it.
This is weird. Oh, yes.
Well, I'll let her know.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
that then. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably we're definitely going to work on something, and we'll send it to you guys, and you hear it.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Awesome stuff. Hazel Mak is in the building. Let's get into this one titled Creatures of the Night.
This is the
Hazel
re-up.
Mak with Creatures of the Night right here on Trans Africa Radio, 872 on your DSTV, 609 on OpenView HD, taradio.mobi on your mobile phone. And yes, this right here is the re-up with Ntokozo, Botjie, as well as Shayla Ndikumana.
Alrighty. So I just want to find out why Creatures of the Night.
Because people only see us at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the notion that artists sleep during the day and like are up at night. We're like owls.
And that's,
So yeah, it
that
comes
is
from there.
true.
Yeah, those creatures of the night. And I also wanted, because if you've seen the video, it's literally just like a typical night for us, where we're like, oh, let's go buy some drinks, and where we're going to hang out, and then like it turns into like a really lit night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't been watching these videos in a long
You
time.
know what I'm saying? I just want to find out. You spoke of the artist's life, so it is true that you guys sleep during the day, and then at night that's when you're pouncing and making the world lit. That is a true thing,
Mostly, yeah,
right?
it's a real thing.
So you prefer to record at night, or is it just?
I prefer to record at night because you have a lot more time in the studio. You don't have people coming in and out, interrupting the session. You can just literally focus, because that's what we do. We go into the studio at around 9 o'clock. We get snacks, drinks, Red Bull,
Yeah.
and we're just there for hours. By the time we leave, we would have recorded at least 5 or 6 songs.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
Is this the very same time that you're writing these songs?
yeah.
So you write songs in the
Yeah, we write in the studio,
Yeah?
record immediately.
All right.
Yeah.
So what inspires songs like Tingo, and all of that? Like, what inspires it? What makes you start ticking when you're in the studio? Is it the beat? Is it life situations? Maybe this guy got rid of you, or you got rid of a guy. Like, because things happen. I want to find out what inspires the writing behind Hazel Mak's work.
I think most artists are sensitive. So, like, sometimes you can't really respond back to certain things. So you're just like, you know what? I'm so vexed right now. I'm going to go in the studio. I'm going to put it into a song. And then afterwards, you're like, there you go. I'm going to make some money out of what you did to me.
Oh, sort of like Adele.
Yeah, best revenge is your paper.
Adele, she's mean. She's making billions. Hazel Mak is in the studio in case you just joined us. Send us those questions. The whole shebang. Got a message here via the WhatsApp line saying, loud and clear, the re-up show. Shout outs to Hazel Mak in studio. I'm proud of her. I would like to hear the song titled Tabuera.
It's a house song.
Okay. Where's Fortune?
Where are you?
We're going to try and organize that song. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. That is Gift Banda listening in all the way from Durban, South Africa, also from Malawi. We know he's one of your biggest. He's always requesting your song. So,
Oh, thank you
Like-
very much.
Every day, it's a real thing.
Oh my goodness.
yeah. We were starting to think he works for you.
Yeah, we also
Are you
thought that we're like,
serious?
nah, this is PR. Nah,
Like-
every day he is on time, exactly at 7 o'clock. Tingo remix.
Well, if he's listening,
Yeah.
please DM me your details and we can send you an exclusive of my next single.
Oh.
Look at day made.
Gift Banda, we put you on next.
Sure, something's gotta come about. You know what I'm saying?
Hazel Mak's in the studio. We want to talk about the trip to South Africa. What exactly brought you here onto this side of the world? Are you working on some stuff? I know a lot of people come here for music videos, and all of that. But what are you here for?
Well, I was here to shoot a video
Yes.
for a song called Katakwe. So that was initially why I was here. Then I got here and got hijacked by a lot of other artists and ended up networking.
Yeah.
Like a couple of days ago, we were at Deleza's studio with Beanie Man, Buffalo Soldier,
wow.
Zani, Tegrin.
So like
DJ Nathan
A-lists,
Tunes. Yeah, so it was like
superstars.
Even me, I want to be there.
Yo.
So we were there and they ended up recording a song. Then the next day we had to go shoot the video, and I was helping Zani with the wardrobe. So like we were doing, there's just so much that's been happening. Plus I also had to touch base with my manager, Sway. So it just made sense before I started to travel again. But it turns out that I will be back. So it's just great.
So wait, when are you leaving?
I'm leaving on Thursday.
Alrighty, which is 2 days from now. Then when will you be back?
Hopefully November.
Yeah,
I'll be back in November.
We're stalking you.
You know, of the timeline. What is Hazel doing?
You know, we're stalking you and all of that. I want to find out why exactly you went in the direction as far as the sound is concerned. You know, there's a lot of different sounds coming out of Africa, as you just mentioned. There's a house song out, the tingo. It's totally different from Creatures of the Night. What makes you decide on a specific sound and you're like, this is it? I'm going to make a song because I like this vibe at this moment.
Well, I think all the songs were recorded at a different space and at a different time. I go through periods where I'm like obsessed with house music, and I get into a studio, I'm like, I want this house song. Or I'll listen to a dancehall song and I'll just hear one word from it. Like for instance, Tingo. I was listening to, I can't remember what song it was, but the singer just said Tingo, and I was like, I want to add that in a song. Tingo became a chorus.
Yeah.
And I had Botjie in the studio. We're under classmates as well. We should send you his stuff. It's really dope. Yeah, we should definitely.
Why are the people not sending stuff? Okay.
So we were in the studio and we came up with that. He actually recorded his bit like within, what was it, like 5 minutes. I was like, how did you do that?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it really came about.
Okay, awesome stuff. No, I want to find out more. What were you listening to? Because we know you were singing Whitney Houston and the likes, or you obviously liked the Angelique Kidjo because we were young when that was dropping and all of that. What else was inspiring and influencing your sound?
I think being Southern African, just being Southern African, because just this part of Africa, there's so many sounds coming from different places, and it's beautiful because like we're all one people. So to share that sound with the rest of the world would be like my take of the sound. I thought would be something exciting, or like for someone that hasn't been to this side of Africa can listen to it and be like, oh, okay, kind of like this. Maybe I should look into more Southern African music. So yeah, it's just about mixing cultures and mixing sounds, because even my first song Liaya was produced by a Nigerian producer. His name's Chuka Royalty. He's an amazing producer, and I remember walking to the studio and I said to him, I don't want you to make me sound Nigerian. I want you to go home, listen to some Brenda Fassie, listen to some Miriam Makeba, like listen to Southern African music. And also, because he's a Nigerian producer, add a little bit of your spice to it, because I don't want to take away from his creativity. And he came out with this really nice sounding track, and I was quite happy with it. Yeah.
So I just want to talk about, you said you don't want to sound Nigerian, and the general consensus is that Afrobeat is Nigerian sound, you know, that dancehall reggae feel, and that's what's trending right now actually. Do you ever feel the pressure as an artist to get your music to sound like that, so that you can be within the realms of those who trend, so to speak? Because Africa is on the come up if you look at it. I mean, look at the likes of your Drake and stuff, using sounds from here. And what is the most trendy at this point is that Afrobeat sound. Do you ever feel the need to tap into that just a little bit so that you're trending as well?
Well, I believe in being yourself, because if you can't be you, then nobody can. So I wouldn't want myself to sound like a typical Afrobeat artist, or to sound like anyone else. I think that you, as an artist, it's okay for you to want to trend, to do everything that everybody else is doing, but that's not what I want to do. I want to be authentic. I want to have my own sound. I want, for when a track comes on, people know, oh, it's Hazel. I don't want the sound to be confused with anything else. So do I fall into the pressure? Sometimes I do, because, you know, if you work hard, and sometimes you don't get recognition. You're like, maybe I should do this.
True.
If you have a good team around you, they constantly remind you that you can't sell out who you are. Just be you and continue to do that until someone notices.
Awesome stuff, man. We got Hazel Mak in the studio. I'm going to take it back. We played you the remix. That was the Tingo remix. Right now, it's just her and Botjie on a track titled Tingo right here on Trans Africa Radio. Tell a friend, we are live all across Africa.
Welcome to the Re-Up.
872 on your DSTV, 609 on OVHD. Right now, we get into this premiere situation. All right, Shay?
I'm ready, eh?
We've been waiting for this one. Hazel Mak, tell us about this one. We've played a lot of Tigrin. Roberto is practically family.
Yeah.
And then, you practically family, friends of the station. Thoughts?
So we were at his studio, and he sent me the beat first, and I was like, what am I meant to do with this? It was so good. I was like, you could just release it like this and people still love it because the instrumentation of it was just amazing. So we went into the studio. Tay happened to be in Blantyre as well, so he came through and I was recording the song and he liked it and decided to jump on it. Then we were like, who else would we want on this song? And we're like, Roberto would sound pretty awesome on this. So we sent it to him. He recorded his bit and voila, we've got JAIVA.
All right, so because no one's heard it, I literally haven't heard it. Like it's I got it and I was like, let's just put it on.
Let's just wait for her. Yeah.
So what should people expect?
Something they can dance to. JAIVA means to dance. So
yeah.
Something they can dance to. Yeah, and hopefully something that makes them happy when they hear.
Oh man, we actually learn a lot more about Tigrins and Malawian artists via him because sometimes we have to run because after that we're like, yo, we can't say we don't have it. Let's go organize, and that's what we do. So shout out to Jada Mwale and shout out to you for tuning in. I think we should just get into this one, right, Sheshe?
I'm waiting. I've been waiting.
Hazel Mak, Roberto, Tigrin, this is JAIVA right here on Trans Africa Radio 872 on your DSTV. What a jam, man. I love this one. Anyway, Hazel, tell us, sounding all houses like dropped out of Soweto. What's happening? New heights. I hope you're listening in, man.
Well, Sonia made it. Sonia made the beat. We just said to him we wanted something Southern African, and we actually said we wanted something a bit what's the word again? That's the music that Kanda Bongo Man used to do? Huh? Like rumba, a little bit of like just like a combination of house and different like African sounds. So he came out with that.
Yeah, got that West Indies thing happening as well.
And kwasa kwasa.
Yeah. Shout out to the Congo. We see you. Okay. So it's been lovely. I must say thank you very much for giving us the time to talk to you. Sheshe's got $1 million question. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Alrighty, you like forgetting me, nah?
Yeah,
the beautiful lady shop in studio and shit. Yes, see you. But anyway, babes, Trans Africa Radio plays 100% African music, and that's our primary focus. What are your thoughts and takes on that?
I think it's amazing. I think that you providing a platform for African artists, big and upcoming, is amazing. You're giving everybody an opportunity. Like, even for me, I'm absolutely stoked that, I was invited to do this interview. And it's also a chance to meet you guys, because I'm always like retweeting and always like tweeting at you and whatnot. So it's awesome being here. And for me, it's encouraging. And I'd like to think that for girls back home that also want to pursue music, this is also something that they can look up to and say, wow, if she managed to do it, if she managed to go to SA and have this interview, then I can do it too. So thank you.
All right. Awesome stuff. What you doing? When's the next gig and where can people find you on social media?
Okay, you can find all my platforms, Hazel Mak Music. It doesn't change. I wanted it to be easy for everybody to find me. So it's just Hazel Mak Music, Twitter, Facebook, everything is the same. And my next gig is actually at Mzuzu Fashion Week. So if anybody's in Malawi, please come through to Mzuzu Fashion Week. I'm doing a talk on how creatives can brand themselves. So doing a talk on that, and also doing a talk about women in entertainment and also performing.
All right, at the Mzuzu Fashion
Mzuzu
Week.
Fashion Week.
What?
All the way in Malawi.
Yeah.
Mac spelt with an M-A-K.
M-A-K.
Yeah, don't mess it up. Adding C's and stuff, please. Nah.
Alrighty, so for that Fashion Week situation, those are you gonna buy me a flight ticket so I can go there? Did you hear? Women.
I would
I'm in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I need branding as well.
Oh, goodness.
You know, it just makes sense.
Shout outs to everybody tuning in from Blantyre. More Hazel Mak music coming your way because we do it twice, 3 times, whatever.
This is Trans Africa Radio.